So Bombing Titans recently sent me some of their new Dang refills. They have a paint refill and then they have an ink refill. The paint refill should be more opaque than the ink, and then the ink should be quicker drying. So the ink's a little bit thinner, but it'll dry faster, which means that the paint will go over things better. And these are meant to refill your current Dang mops that might have run out, or you can go ahead and buy some mops elsewhere. I got 4 for like 10 bucks, so we'll just try them out. They probably aren't the best, but we'll see how they go. I got some colors. For the paint side, I got yellow, red, and pink. And then for the ink side, I got red, blue, and violet. So I think for this, I'm gonna choose blue ink in one. I'm gonna mix pink and orange, and then I'm going to do a red paint. So let's fill them up. So for me, I'm just gonna make a quick funnel. I did like these cupcake trays. You can use paper, you can actually use a funnel, but the most important thing, I guess, at the end of the day is that the ink goes into the mop. These are alcohol-based inks. I'm gonna shake the bottle before I put it in. That is very blue. Anytime I refill one of these, I make a mess, so either put some paper down or do it somewhere where you don't care about. And after it's filled, go ahead and put the nib on. So after you get everything seated, it should look like this. I pressed down on the ground so it actually primed the nib a little bit for me. And yeah, after that, you should have a working mop. I also just like overfilled it and it spilled everywhere. So again, like do it somewhere where you can make a mess. All right, next up I'm gonna refill this red in here. All right, red's good to go. And the red paint did feel slightly thicker than the ink paint, but not by much. Now I'm gonna mix this orange and this pink. So I have this empty orange. There's obviously still some residue in it. I'm not gonna clean it out. But I just wanna put some pink in there. We'll mix the paint. So I only filled this one about halfway because I do like the pink just by itself and I want some for me later. But yeah, let's mix up this orange and see what it looks like. Also, these non-Dang mops don't have like the little marble inside. All right, so now we're at the practice barrel. I actually already tested some of them out off camera, and the mops suck. You can't really control the flow very well, so remember that when I say that. And for the red paint, again, it's in this cheaper mop, but the paint itself is super opaque and super smooth. Didn't mean to make that much of a drip. And then going back to the refilled mop with the pink, I'm hoping that I get a little bit better control on this one. Yeah, there it is. We can do dots, we can do all the stuff, we get the drips back, and then it's just a little bit more confident. Overall, just having this mop is definitely just way more confident than the cheaper ones. Honestly, the paints are super opaque. The ink itself is super dry, pretty glossy feel. It also has that nice gradient where if it's like laid on darker on one side and it goes lighter the other side, it kind of like fades. So we can bring them on the wood. I'm like pretty confident these cheaper mops are just gonna get chewed up. But the red paint, the blue ink, God, that's so hard to control. And then the original mop. So that's what it'll look like on wood. The red is the paint, it's super opaque. The ink, I think it's like close to dry already. It is definitely drying much faster than the others. And then in the original Dang mop with the paint. So in conclusion, are Dang refills good? Yes, I think we probably already knew that though. With the ink version, I want to put it in a chisel tip, but that's like personal preference. And then for paints, I'm gonna be putting it in the Dang mops. So I went ahead and looked at what the red and the violet look like, since in the bottle, they look pretty dark. But like on the wall or in a mop, it looks way different. If you like this content, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing. Either way, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.